most ever. We are at 63 participating restaurants.
Wow.
I know, it's incredible. Last year we thought was huge because we were at 48. This year, my gosh, we're at 63. It's fantastic.
And what are you hearing from the restaurants themselves? Like what is the impetus for them participating? Is it this kind of, hey, it's a slow time and maybe we'll open ourselves up to some new folks? Or...
I think so. It's a way for people to go back to their favorite restaurants or try something new for sure. But I know the restaurants as a group, they're their own community and they want to support each other like, we all want to support them. And I think the word of mouth started spreading. One restaurant would say, oh, we were part of Restaurant Week. Perhaps you should be too. And so we're getting inquiries because of that. And again, yes, it's a slow time. It's right after the holidays. Yeah. It's before Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and Easter. So it just made sense to have something in January when there's a little bit of a lull.
Are you hearing from the restaurants? And again, Visit Erie, this is one of the key components is when you're talking about hospitality, you're talking about lodging, but you're also talking about the food segment. Mm-hmm. How are they doing on workforce? Again, that's a thing we talk about all the time around here.
Right. That's a tough one. I know that everywhere there's still shortages.
That's it, yeah.
We've heard that not just from our restaurants, but retailers, lodging. It's still a commonality.
Is it?
Yeah, it really is. I don't know the specifics. Mm-hmm. I just know from hearing here and there that there's a shortage of maybe managers or wait staff or cooks and chefs, and so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about what it takes to be a line cook at a pretty busy restaurant,
it can be brutal. I
can't even imagine.
I don't even want to think. I appreciate it. I don't want to do it. Right. No way. But boy, do I appreciate their efforts. Oh yes.
Yeah, and whether it is a mom pop or locally owned or one of the chains, mm-hmm. Again, they need that kind of expertise in the back as well as in the front of house, right?
Exactly. So Restaurant Week, I think, kind of calls attention to the fact that the community as a whole needs to support local, and that means the restaurants, the retailers. So I think it's important to do that.
Okay, so this list is on our website as well as your website, mm-hmm. visiterie.com, but also talkerie.com. And you're offering a little incentive for folks to participate with this.
We are. So it's very simple. It's a simple process. If you upload your receipt to a particular number, you can be entered to win one of 5 $100 Visa gift cards.
Nice.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Gives a little cash in the pocket. And again, like what we were saying, there is quite a bit of diversity here. It could be as every day as Donato's Pizza or as fancy as the Bay House Oyster Bar or Firebirds or so on, right?
And and it's not just diversity in cuisine, it's diversity in locations. A lot of people tend to think it's localized to the downtown area, and that's not true. There are participating restaurants all across Erie County: Corey, Waterford, Girard,
Northeast,
Lawrence Park. Yeah. Yes. So it's not just downtown. And that's what's so great about having more than 60 of these participating restaurants. They are all over the place.
Absolutely. I'm looking at, you got the Cork on there. I was looking for, Skunk and Goat Tavern again. Mm-hmm. So that's Northeast. You've got stuff in the West County there. It's pretty diverse.
Yeah, from one end to the other.
And we do like to go out to eat. Like, barely anybody wants to cook it anymore at home, do they?
No, and for a 10-day event, you'd really have to go full court press to hit all 63.
Yeah,
but you could do it.
Now that would be a challenge, right?
Right.
There's some new names that I'm seeing here, like the Boardroom Dining. Have we had a few restaurants come online this year?
We've had a lot of new ones. So the Boardroom Dining and Spirits is one of our new restaurants.
Where is that at?
That is the old Twins Tavern on 26th Street.
Okay.
It's fantastic. You should get out there.
Yeah,
Really good. Frank Sinatra type themed. Really classy. Yeah, very nice. Huh. We also have Give a Crepe. They are a new participant. Tipsy Bean Cafe is a new participant.
Nice.
So yeah, we've got some new ones. And of course, the food hall is great. They are always a an avid participant, but they've got some new vendors. So Cheesery's in there now, Ipa Pizza's in there, Taco Cantina. So it's nice to see, our standard ones that are always participating, and then the new ones are like, I want to be a part of this. Avanti's is another new one.
Okay, really?
Yeah,
okay,
yes.
that's cool.
So
I'm
we're
seeing the
excited.
Nude Station, which is kitty corner from us here. I can't pronounce the bubble tea.
Chow
place.
Cha.
Chow Cha. Okay,
Yes.
good for you.
Well, they're partners, they told us.
That's awesome.
Because I butchered it earlier, trust me.
And again, the old standbys like the Plymouth and Panos, right?
Yep. Calamari's is on board this
Nice.
year. So all the restaurants on the waterfront, so Oliver's, the Shoreline Bar and Grill, 245 at the Sheraton, Bay House, they're all on board.
So again, what are they saying that they're doing for the diner?
It really runs the gamut. Some of them are doing just a special, like maybe a buy one, get one.
Okay.
Some are doing a specific price point for a specific meal. And some of them, like for instance, like my Thai up here on State Street, created something called the Purple Ruth Curry, specifically for Restaurant Week. And it's just this bright, vibrant, beautiful looking dish. So it really depends on what the restaurant feels comfortable doing.
Gotcha.
It's all over the place, which is nice because it gives people a lot of options.
And so again, Erie Restaurant Week, if you post the photograph of the receipt and text ERW25 to 833-922-1432, you could go in for that drawing.
Very
here.
simple process.
All right, let's pivot to the book,
Yes, our
the
new
Visitor's
book.
Guide, and this is your labor of love here, right, Chris?
It is my baby for more than 20 years. Yes.
Wow. And the thing about this is because we all travel, right? And so you pick up these books at the rest areas or at a hotel or whatever, and it really does guide you to what you might want to do. So is there a theme? Is there, what's what is the mission of the Visitor's Guide?
So the mission of the annual guide is to provide content that inspires people to want to come to Erie or come back. For example, we have a lot of sports tournaments in this weekend. And people don't think of Erie, as typically as a winter getaway destination. So we put one of these guides in their hands with the hopes that they will look through it and come back spring, summer, fall, whenever they like. So really that's the main goal. And that's why we create different feature articles every year. We have, various information in there to kind of say, hey, I didn't realize there was so much to do.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, some of the articles that you're showing here: big fun, small price, 10 things to do for $10 or less. Great ways to get out on a great lake. Local legends, Erie.
That was a fun one to write.
Yeah?
That was a fun one to research. Yes, I learned a lot.
The architecture bucket list. You have exploring Northeast Pennsylvania, a 1-day guide. Northeast really is a special gem, isn't it?
It really is. And if you take the time to really get to know the area and walk around, not just the Main Street area, but the community itself, there's some gems there. I mean, I wrote that article and I found out a lot more, and I've been in the business for a long time.
One of the things that goes hand in hand with the Visitor's Guide is this Hello Erie app. And I found myself using the app, I'm trying to remember, I think it was over the holidays. I had the kids in town. And I'm like, well, let's check things out. I mean, that app is pretty important, isn't it?
Well,
what's going on? Uh-oh.
Not really. It is now defunct.
Seriously?
It is. We're actually pivoting and doing something a little different in 2026. Just following the trends.
So what's going on? Yeah.
Apps are kind of going by the wayside. We found there was more engagement and interaction when we did challenges on our app, whether it was a winery challenge or an overall tourism challenge. So we're actually going to pivot, do something a little bit different that is more challenge focused and engaging. Apps for destinations are really kind of falling by the wayside.
I did not know that.
So now you know. I didn't know you were going to bring it up.
I'm
but now
sorry.
you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is there another clearinghouse though? Does your website serve as a clearing? I guess is
Yes.
there a directory, online so
Yes.
that I'm sitting here? Where can I find such a?
There is.
So.
So the information in the visitor guide is mirrored and enhanced on our website at visiterie.com.
Okay.
So you can go on there and find descriptions of what you're looking for, directions, photos, whether they are handicap accessible, things like that. It's a little more of an enhanced version of the guide because this
itself.
is just like a highlight.
Sure.
Think of this as like the crib notes.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Because sometimes you need that kind of comprehensive. What are we all feeling that we want to eat? And then you
Exactly.
Or where do we
Yes.
want to go? Is there something that we want to do? Or sometimes you just want to look for hours. And if the folks are keeping it up with you,
Right. And the nice thing about the website, especially the dining section, you can filter it.
Yeah.
So if you're just looking for a coffee shop, you can just, hit that filter button. So that is how our website acts more as like, here's all of the information, but here's some inspiration in the book.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Are you seeing that AI is affecting tourism?
As far as
I don't know, like finding things out about a city. I mean, we're asking just to warn you, we're asking the AI question with every single conversation.
I know you're not coming for me. I know.
No,
I
but
know.
I mean, we asked about AI in the with the coroner yesterday. Is AI making any impact on how you investigate deaths?
Yeah,
so
that's
I mean,
valid, sure.
I would imagine that at some point you're gonna design an experience to your taste when you go enter a city, wouldn't you think?
I can't imagine that we wouldn't, because our marketing department is just so on like the cutting edge of everything.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that we wouldn't be looking at that.
Yeah.
I know that I haven't encountered it personally, but that's not my
Right.
That's not my part. So
You didn't have to use it to write anything or whatever.
bite your tongue. No.
No, it's not a terrible
no,
thing.
No. I might
yeah.
have used a little bit for just maybe some guidance if I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
stuck on a word.
Oh, there you go.
But with the articles that I produced, the articles that our freelancers produced, no,
Okay.
they are not.
This is cool. Now, let me ask you, if you want to get into this guide next year, what do you got to do?
So the advertising in the guide is for Visiterie partners only. So you would need to become a Visiterie partner if you're not already.
Right.
And that information is on our website.
Gotcha.
You can always
Awesome.
call our office too.
Sure. It's great. I mean, you see, things like the mall, and the mall complex. I mean, well, that's a destination.
Yes, it is, for
Sure.
sure.
It's a major destination, and things. The history center is here with a half page. I mean, we're seeing all these little niches in these. What is it? When we talk to the history center guys, they talk about how there's just people that are into Frank Lloyd Wright.
Yeah, I call them enthusiasts.
That's a perfect
Yes,
word for
yes.
it.
And that was not AI generated.
Now you're gonna dig me on this, aren't you? No, it's true though. I mean, there's. I guess they have another group from Australia heading our way or already here.
Yes.
Something like that.
I don't know too much about it, but I do know that there's talks to link together in that particular aspect. I think it's called the Great Wright Road Trip, because it'll tie in Falling Water and Kentuck Knob down in Pittsburgh, Laurel Highlands area, come up to Erie to the exhibit at the Hagen Center, and then go to Buffalo for their exhibit. So I hope that comes to fruition. There's been a lot of talk about it.
Yeah.
But I think it would be really cool because, I mean, look at who they're drawing in now.
Right.
Think of how much more they could be drawing in, but
Sure. All right. So for an Erieite to get this visitor guide, how do they do that?
very, very simple. If they don't want a print version, it is available on our website in a page turning, just as you're seeing it in my hand.
Oh, okay. Like a
on-
PDF kind of thing. Or
It
whatever.
is, yes. I forget, it's called e-zine or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But what's nice about that is it has clickable links on some of the larger ads. So if, say, you're looking at an ad for Waldameer, there's a link embedded so that person online can go right to Waldameer's site. That's a fun little feature. But if people want a print version of the guide, they can always request one at visiteerie.com. Really easy, simple form.
Yeah.
They can stop by our office, which is in the Intermodal Transportation Center down on the Bayfront next to the Maritime Museum. They can stop in there. They can go to most of our local attractions, hotels. We also have them at the Erie Visitor Center, which is inside the Tom Ridge Environmental Center.
Okay, that's an easy one.
Oh
there,
yeah,
too.
or they can just call us.
Yeah.
So.
And do you guys still do the Erie merch?
No, my gosh, we did that. 15 years ago.
Is that long ago? Yeah.
It was, and it was really something very, very small that we worked on with another company, and we just right now don't have the space.
Yeah.
But I know you're going to want to talk to us in the spring because we are going to be going through a rebrand.
Oh,
so
okay.
with that rebrand, and we're not changing our name or anything, but with that rebrand, who knows? I mean, maybe we will have merch.
Yeah,
I have no idea what that holds, but it's exciting, and I know you're going to want to talk to us about it.
Well, that's awesome.
That's a given.
Well, I want to talk about everything. Yeah, it's. I don't know where I was at. I don't know if it was at a gallery night or something. This is years ago, but I was an early adopter with things like Twitter and Facebook, so I won like this massive Visit Erie gift bundle. I remember having to come down to Intermodal to pick it up. Yeah, so I had towels and umbrellas and all kinds of things. And a selfie stick, the obligatory selfie stick.
Yes, and probably one of our ridiculously cheap umbrellas that we had too. We got rid of those quickly.
Yeah, you went through them quickly. Well, this is exciting for you. Again, back to the 10 days of Restaurant Week. When does it start?
It's January 17th through the 26th, so it's 10 days. Overlaps 2 weekends to give people time if they can't get out during the week. And there are options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Fantastic. Christine Temple, appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
It is 26 after 4 o'clock. Talk Erie.